completed A to C already, right? Okay, so let me just write down some things. This one median equals to 40.5. Okay, so yesterday we actually talked about the median and IQR for the prestige and the luxury club already, right? Let's look at part D and part E today. So part D says which country club shows a greater spread of ages. So what is the measure that we should be looking at? Should we be comparing median or should we be comparing IQR? IQR or median? What do you think? Xiaomi? Sorry? IQR, interquartile range, right? Because it's talking about the spread. So which country club shows a greater spread of ages? So when we compare the interquartile range, we find that interquartile range for luxury country club is higher. So therefore this one has a greater spread. Okay, so to answer this question, we say that it is the luxury country club. Okay, maybe just to add on in the question, please write down, explain your answer. Okay, so if the question were to ask you to explain, we say that this is because it has a larger interquartile range than prestige country club. Okay. Yeah. So I have said that extend the question by writing explain your answer. Yeah. Okay. So part E. Comment briefly on the distribution of ages between the members in prestige country club and luxury country club. Okay. So when you're asked to comment, okay, we actually usually comment for two things, okay, but to actually decide how many things to go about commenting, right, okay, usually you can use the number of marks given as a guide, okay. So if it is 1 mark, it will be 1 point, okay. 2 marks, then there will be 2 points for discussion, alright. So let's just assume that this is a 2 mark question, so we need to compare and comment about the average, okay, comment on median, and then after also comment on the interquartile range. So if you were to comment based on the median, alright, so we see that median age over here is 40.5 and median age over here is 50. That means that generally, the people in luxury country club is older than the people in prestige country club. So that is the conclusion that we can draw, and the reason is because the median here is greater than the median here. Alright, so let's write that down. Okay, so this is considered 1 point. Alright, so 1 mark. Then the next thing will be to talk about the spread. Although part D actually we talked about it already, so let's just see this independently. The instructions for your calculator pressing. So each pair takes 1. Okay. So Bernice, can you just tear the paper in half and then pass 1 to Zhen Quan? Okay. Okay. So fold the paper in half and tear into half, please. You may want to just take on through your notes, okay, on this page 21. Alright. Otherwise, you may want to keep it somewhere so that you can refer to it, but don't lose it. Does everyone have a coffee already? Right? Okay, I just want to do a disclaimer. Okay, the set of instructions that I've just given you for pressing calculator, right? Okay, I hope that okay, when I came out with this instruction, I only had this version of the Casio calculator. as well as that sharp version, Amanda's one. Can I pass? Yeah, can you show me? Yeah, and this version. Okay, so over the years, I think there are newer versions of calculators. I'm not sure whether it still works, alright? So you may want to try it out and amend the instructions accordingly. Okay, because I can't always be updating this set, and it's your responsibility to be familiar with the calculator as well. Okay. I just want to briefly talk about this mean. Okay, this idea of mean. We are already familiar with what the concept of mean is. Okay, so we know that it is the sum of all the data, okay, divided by the total number of data that we have. Right? So if I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as the data, I will take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, add them up together, divide by 5. Right? Then there are also cases where it is group data, okay, meaning to say that there is a frequency. Meaning to say, if, for example, 1 cm is given 5 times, then 1 is over here, frequency is 5. And then what we do is to take the data times the frequency and perform this kind of calculations here. In general, there is a formula, right, that I think that it is actually found in your formula list. I'm not too sure, I forgot. Okay, let me go and double check. Does that have the formula list for, oh yeah, is it there? Is there, right? Mean. Yeah. Okay, in your formula list you do have the mean being stated, right? And that is what this means here. Okay. I just want us to practice basic calculator today. So will you all take out your calculator? Alright. Try out the set of instructions. For example 19. Okay. So I'll just do it once for the Casio calculator. If you have the sharp calculator or another model, okay, you try to follow the set of instructions that I've given you. Okay, so every time when you go before an exam, please make sure you reset. How to reset? Okay, Joshua, reset not sleeping. Okay, so you press the shift and then after that number 9, because there's this clear button. Okay, if you use a different model, try to find if there is a clear memory button, right? Because your calculator will store information, so you want to make sure it is all cleared before you use. Press number 3, equal sign. Okay, so it is reset already. Right? Go on to mode. Alright, then after that number 2, stat. We always use one variance. Don't ask me what is the function of the others. I've actually not used them before. So 1. Okay, so VAR represents variance actually. Okay. Then you will see this table. Okay. So we're looking at ungrouped data now. So these are all ungrouped. Alright. So you don't need to actually organize the data. You just have to press in 18 equals 4 equals 11, 7. Just key in all the data. So there are 12 sets of data in this case. After each data, you press the equal sign. Okay. Press AC or your on button. Go back to the main page. Okay. Press Shift and 1 because there is the stat function. That's what we're going for. Shift and 1. I am now at step number 5. Okay. Go on to 4, which is on variance. And you arrive at this page. Okay. Since we're trying to look for mean, okay, we look for this symbol which we pronounce as X bar. Right? And standard deviation will be this symbol which we call sigma x. Okay, so we look for X bar, which is number 2. Please don't press the other one. Okay, number 2, and we get X bar over here. Press equal sign, all of us should get the value 30. Okay. Go and give it a try. See if you can get the value 13. Okay.
Enter data, then after follow by press. So you press 18 and press change lock. Take 4, change lock. 11, change lock. So you must keep track because you cannot go back. Yeah, if you press wrongly, you need to clear all the left. Yeah. So 11 already, then 7, change. So can you continue pressing? Oh, okay. So yours got the data. No, you don't press change. You say enter data. Oh, okay. Then you repeat it. Okay, yeah. So okay, because that one don't have table. This one has a table, then that's great, right? Then after that, let me try. I don't have this copy. I know, that's like... Yeah, but it's okay, got it. Okay, so you just not key in already, right? Then after that, you go to alpha, alright? Then you see this set word, alpha 8. Okay, go to tool variable, then you find x1. Yeah, write it down. Alpha, stat, hit on the tool, alpha, stat. What's your lesson next? Recess. Okay, you can go for a recess. Alright, just help out those that can't figure out the calculator. If you can't get me on your calculator, let me know. Okay, then press the one button.